Hey guys, mahal everyone, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys a fast, easy, and efficient way to beeline for the treasure nodes located within the summoning boards. Now, if you guys watched my last video in regards to the Ultimate Esper Trials, I touched up on the summoning boards, and what those do as a review is they permanently increase your character's stats. They also unlock 3 special passives that correspond with the actual Esper that the Ultimate Trial is related to. And within those summoning boards, there are 3 treasure nodes that contain 300 gems, 3 summoning tickets, and 5 armor tokens. And keep in mind, that is per character. And this also applies to future characters that we later unlock in Opera Omnia. So this is a great way, especially for free-to-play players that don't really spend on the game, to actually farm up these resources. That way you'll actually have something to be able to summon for the upcoming EX weapons or some weapons that you've been looking forward to within Opera Omnia. So in order to do this, what are you gonna need? What is this fast, efficient way in order to actually farm up the treasure nodes? Well, first of all, you're gonna need 1 SP potion, okay? Because for each run, it is 50 SP. So you're gonna need 1 SP potion, okay? You're gonna need 1,800 points. So how are we gonna earn 1,800 points? Well, you're gonna need something called a synergy character. Now, when an Ultimate Esper Trial is released, 6 of the cast is going to be considered as super synergy. A super synergy character being added to your party when you actually defeat the level 100 of the Ultimate Esper Trial will instead be rewarding you 200 points. So they double the amount of summoning board points because normally you get 100 when you defeat the level 100 stage. So you're going to want 1 of the 6 super synergy. Now, when the Esper Trial comes out soon for global, as far as with the Ifrit Trial goes, the 6 super synergy characters are going to be Celeste, Terra, Vanille, Balthier, Cater, and Snow. Something to note is that super synergy is not permanent, while the Ultimate Trial is permanent. The super synergy is temporary, so this is the ideal time to take advantage of farming these points. So a super synergy member, so I'm going to be taking Celeste because Celeste can essentially cheese the Ifrit boss because Ifrit mostly uses magic attacks, and Celeste's runic shield essentially trivializes a majority of Ifrit's magic attacks. And then the next character that I'm going to take to farm is going to be a character that can cheese the boss. So the character that I chose is Quistis, because right now, as we know in the global version of the game, Quistis just got her awakening. With her level 60 passive and her 35 CP weapon equipped, she can effectively delay Ifrit anywhere from 9 to 12 turns depending on when you use her Degenerator Whip. Not only that, but she also has the 200% Brave Overflow, the increased damage that she does with her Degenerator Whip coming from the level 60 passive, and the Brave Battery that she provides to the party. That way, the rest of your party members, while you're farming, can be more efficient with their offensive abilities. So you have your Super Synergy, okay? You have your Quistis, or if you don't have Quistis, you can alternatively use Setzer or Ishtola to delay. They're not as good, but they can still kind of get the job done. So after you have those, you're gonna want your support unit to either be Quistis, ideally, so you have 2 Quistises, or if you also have a support unit such as, like, again, Setzer or Ishtola, they can also get the job done too. It's just gonna be a little bit more, I guess, not as efficient because, you know, they're only a 1-turn delay, but they can still get the job done. And then afterwards, you're gonna want the character that essentially is gonna be the character you're gonna carry to farm the 1,800 points. Now, the reason why 1,800 points is all that's needed to farm the 3 treasure nodes is every time you unlock a node, it opens up a pathway to the adjacent nodes next to it. So if you plan accordingly, it takes about 1,800 points. So if you think about it, if you use a super synergy character, you use a Tome of Training that triples the amount of points you get, that is 600 points per run. Okay, 600 points per run. That means you're gonna be running 3 times this particular stage if you have that set up for that actual character. Okay, and again, the reason why you use the setup is because it is the most efficient. That way, Ifrit is hardly getting any turns, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the run going haywire or somehow messing up. And Celeste is there not only as super synergy for the particular Ifrit trial, but also because, again, her runic shield helps a lot. Okay, so we're actually going to use a Tome of Training for the purposes of this video. And the reason why I use the Tome of Training is because that actually influences these summoning board points. Let's see if we have a character that can delay. So obviously, as we progress through the game, there's going to be much faster ways to do this because we have much more powerful characters. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to do it this way. So it looks like we actually don't have another... Well, actually, Garland can delay. So later on, Garland can delay. So we're actually just going to take him because he's actually a character that can delay. Okay, let's just pretend Garland is either Quistis, Setzer, or Y'shtola, because he does have a delay feature within his abilities, okay? So remember, Ifrit opens up the fight with his Hellfire. That's unavoidable. Okay, so with Celeste, we're gonna go ahead and use Runic. That way, he is only targeting Celeste, and it acts as kind of like a cushion or a safety net in case something goes wrong. We're gonna automatically use Degenerator Whip, so we get a 3-turn delay. And then once the turn comes up for the character you're actually farming for, we're just gonna swap them out right away. For your either your Quistis, Setzer, or Y'shtola, or in this case, because I'm playing the JP version and we didn't have any others available, we're gonna use Garland. So Garland's EX ability actually does delay. Delays for 1 turn. Okay, so we got that. All right, so then we're just gonna DPS him down. So again, the reason why we're cheesing the boss is because we want to make sure that Ifrit never gets a turn, okay, or almost never gets a turn, because sometimes things can go wrong, and this is why we use Celeste. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna Degenerator Whip again. So again, as you can see right now, hardly any stress. The only damage we took was from the unavoidable Hellfire that Ifrit always opens up with, making this a lot more, less stress-free in a sense. Okay. And there we go. All right. So that is the end of the stage. So now I'm going to show you guys the amount of points that we get. Now remember, Super Synergy is not permanent. It is actually temporary when these Ultimate Esper Trials come out. So right now, the Super Synergy is actually not active. So as you can see, we only got 300 points. Now, if the Super Synergy was active, we would have gotten 600 points. Okay? So just want to keep that in mind. So in a sense, it would be 6 runs per character, assuming that you're using a Tome of Training and the Super Synergy is not active. Okay, so let's just say theoretically, we did our farming, we got our 1800 points. Now I'm gonna show you guys the pathway you wanna take for the summoning board so you can actually gun straight up for those treasure nodes. Now you're saying, Broadway, why would you just wanna gun for those treasure nodes when you could just farm up the 6,500 points or so to actually unlock the entire summoning board? Well, think about it. Unless you're like a super hardcore player, you're not going to be using every single cast member in the game, okay? And for those of us that are on a busy schedule and just want something fast and easy, so then that way we can actually get, you know, those 3 treasure nodes, 1800 points is all you need. So with Shadow, I actually already farmed up 1800 for the purposes of the video. So our goal is those treasure nodes right there. All right, so watch exactly how I do this and also pay attention to the amount of points so you guys see that 1800 is the sweet spot number, all right? Okay, so we unlock that node because we have to unlock that. And we're gonna go ahead and beeline for that middle treasure chest. And as you can see, for every node you unlock, it unlocks an adjacent node the adjacent nodes next to it. All right, so we're gonna unlock that one. Okay. Okay, this one. And there's 1 treasure chest, so there's our 5 armor tokens for Shadow. So now we're gonna go on to the left-hand side here. Again, pay attention to my points and the pathway that I'm taking. So there's our 3 tickets. So now we're gonna move on to the right-hand side. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock this one. So that leaves us with 600 points. Okay, we have 300 points left. Perfect. And there is our last one. So we effectively unlocked all 3 of the treasure nodes. So again, this is going to be the fast and easy, efficient way to be able to farm this as soon as the ultimate Ifrit trial goes live. Again, you can also use this method for future summoning boards we get, because there are ultimate trials for all the Espers that are available, and they do come out one at a time. However, you want to keep in mind that we're also going to be getting new characters, so this method, in a sense, is good. It's gonna last you for a while, this fast and easy method, but as we get stronger characters, like I mentioned, it's gonna get a little bit easier. You guys will probably find faster methods, but for now, upon the release of the ultimate trials, which is going to be a few days from now on global, this is the effective way that you can actually do this. So right now we have a cast of about 92 characters, so if you guys have 92 SP potions and you're taking advantage of the super synergy and you have those tome of trainings, or whichever the ones that multiply whatever you earn by ×3, so you can actually use, I think it's the artifact of knowledge or something like that, or the tome of training, then you're going to be well on your way to earning those 300 gems, those 3 summoning tickets, and those 5 armor tokens per character without worrying about having to actually unlock the entire summoning board. Alright guys, so hopefully this video helps you guys out. Oh, one thing that I want to mention, just a reminder, because I know this is going to get asked, you're going to probably ask me, hey Broadway, can't you just take 2 Super Synergy characters? Well, unfortunately, you can't. You can only take advantage of the Super Synergy bonus for 1 character, so you can't have 2 and actually quadruple that. It only allows you to take advantage of it once, so want to keep that in mind. Alright guys, well hopefully this video helps you guys out in preparation for preparing to farm up those 3 treasure nodes as fast as possible upon the release of the ultimate Ifrit trials for the global version of the game. Once again, this is 40 the Broadway Saiyan. Stay tuned for the next video, and to Mahal, everyone.